Wales has been exporting energy to the rest of the UK for decades. In fact, during lockdown, the Milford Haven waterway brought in more than 3/4 of all of the gas in the UK. Gas and oil are, of course, fossil fuels and damaging to the environment. But could hydrogen provide a cleaner energy source from Wales? With some estimates of thousands of jobs being employed in a new industry, our economics correspondent Sarah Dickens has this special report.
For more than 60 years, energy has brought income and jobs to Milford Haven. At the oil industry's peak, there were 5 refineries along the waterside supplied by ships from across the world. As oil lost favour, new LNG gas plants were built. But with the world changing rapidly, now gas, a fossil fuel, is out of favour too. And the drive is towards hydrogen.
Now we're at the cusp of another boom. And it's a renewable boom, and because of the resource we have, because of the infrastructure that we've got, and because of the potential, the natural potential that we've got here, all of the ingredients are there to make this next boom happen.
And it could have an impact far beyond Pembrokeshire. This might look like a typical show home, but that's not a gas cooker. It's hydrogen, as is the fire, and the hot water boiler. We are at the very early stages, but the UK government has banned new gas boilers from 2025. Wales already has a lot of the infrastructure needed for the relatively new fuel. Wales and West Utilities have a network of pipes to homes and industries across South Wales.
The experience in a customer's home, we know that people want to be greener. We also know that they want to limit the amount of disruption they have to have within their home. And what hydrogen provides is a very similar experience to natural gas.
So the structure is there. So how will they make the hydrogen? In Milford Haven, they're already working on it.
So this is completely green hydrogen that's being produced here, and the electrolyser is taking that water, running an electrical current through it and splitting it into hydrogen and oxygen. The hydrogen we store and the oxygen we can vent to the air. 2 hydrogens, 1 oxygen, H2O. It's not a clever name.
As well as being made like this, big companies are wanting to make it from gas, a fossil fuel, and that hydrogen is called blue hydrogen.
Supporters of blue hydrogen say they could get it up and running more quickly than, for instance, developing floating wind farms off the Pembrokeshire coast. But those who support instead green hydrogen say theirs is the best way to combat climate change.
Hydrogen is already being tested. Here in Abergavenny, this hydrogen car made in Llandrindod, Wales by River Simple has been out on the roads being tested by some members of the public.
It feels like a completely normal car. One of my big concerns in life is the environment, and if we can do something to sort out petrol and diesel, that's great. It was really quick to refill, so they refilled it before I started driving, and that was really quick. Wasn't smelly, just filled up the car and off you went.
But the man running the company that's designed and made the car, Hugo Spowers, says if hydrogen from gas is allowed to get a foothold, it'll suck up investment.
Effectively, it's just a mechanism to keep the fossil fuel industry in business. Also, will starve the renewable sector from the investment that's required to develop green hydrogen.
What's clear is that as we are all encouraged to use products that don't harm the environment, as we try to combat climate change, there will be many debates about what's the most effective route.
Our economics correspondent Sarah Dickens reporting there.